you know who I am? I'm Karen Stacy. I have my own talk show. You can come to my talk show anytime. We have Coffee Talk with Karen every weekday at 11 a.m. And we have Real Talk with Karen Stacy every Tuesday at 8 p.m. It's not your mama's talk show. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. And let's have some fun, baby. You can find us on all social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and on MiamiMikeRadio.com. Testing. Is this mic working? You better believe it is. I'll see you guys soon. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Are we here? Are we live? Oh, Jesus. Again with this lighting. I need a lighting person. Can I have a lighting person? I need the Joan Collins filter. Can I get the Joan Collins filter, please? I don't know. Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday. It's Monday. I hope you guys all had a great Easter weekend. I hope the Easter Bunny came to your house, hopping, or I hope you guys were banging like bunnies, whatever works, right? But yes, good morning. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me for Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. If you haven't already done so, please join the group. We are also live on the Karen Stacy page on Facebook. For those of you that are on my personal page, I may not be able to see your names. I see somebody said good morning with 2 pink hearts. I cannot see your name. And then, of course, we are on YouTube. And no more Periscope, but we're on YouTube and we're on Twitch. You can search Real Talk Karen Stacy. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, please, and share out the video so we can get some numbers going here. The numbers look like Monday. So let's go, you guys. Share it out, tag your friends, jump on in, say good morning, grab some coffee. I'm going to have a sip of coffee because I'm feeling very Monday today. All right, let me see. Let me move this so that I can get my fingers. Whoop! That wasn't good. I unplugged. Hold on. Tech support. She unplugged the computer. Tech support. Don't unplug the computer, Karen. That doesn't work out well. All right, let's see if I can read the comments without going into another goddamn page right now, right? Because you know I'm good like that. Okay, I look like it's Monday. Holy shit. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Lala. Good morning, Georgie. Good afternoon to you, Georgie, right? Because you're in Ireland and it's like, what, 4 o'clock there? And you're always so kind to say good morning to all of us. Good morning, my Lisa. How are you? Michelle, good morning. Skycap, nice to have you today. I have references on a holiday set. Okay, yeah, all right. I'm bringing someone to you soon, Karen, to fix your lighting. Yeah, I just, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. When we got this and we built this, we had it built or whatever. So when I had my old salon, we had those track lighting things, which really are very attractive to look at, but not good if you need to see. So as a hairdresser by trade, I needed to see. So when I did my colors and stuff like that, I could actually see the color, right? So we got these track lights. And if I tell you how long it took us to angle the track lights properly, I mean, it would be like somebody would have to sit in the chair. My husband will climb up on the ladder, move it that way. I'm like, no, move it over a little bit this way. No, move it over a little bit that way, because you have to have it in the perfect angle. Now, to get it in the perfect angle and not have shadows is a whole other challenge, right? So I told my husband when we were doing it in here, I said, do whatever you do, don't get me track lighting, because that was a nightmare to be able to see, because it just, to shine it where you needed to, it didn't work. So what do you think he came home with? Track lighting. So now one of the light bulbs went out. I wouldn't even know how to replace that. And then, so I have all these little like lampy things all over the place to try to bring more light in here because it's fucking dark. Plus I opened the door today because it's actually a nice day. So we have like the sun and the shade and all of that. But you know, what are you going to do? It is what it is, but this is where we're at. So I think actually, you know, the older you get, the better you look in the dark anyway, right? So I should probably just get all the lights off of me. And then you guys will think that I'm like, you know, 40, right? Instead of 49.999, almost 5. Good morning, Gina. How are you? Okay, hold on. All the comments just went crazy. Thank you, guys. I see you guys are tagging your friends. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. Sharing is caring. I'm telling you, something's wacky with Facebook, because if I told you what my numbers used to look like, it's really just, and and I'm not saying it like this, but it ain't me. There's something up. There's something going on, but that's a whole other story. Susie Q in the United Kingdom. How are you? Good morning, Vanessa. Alyssa, my love. How are you? Let me see. Oh, Giselle. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you? Okay, hold on a second. Where am I here? Give me a minute. Okay, did I miss people? Somebody else said, hey, good morning. I don't know who that is. I can't see your name. Rosie, good morning. Tony. Hi, Tony. Facebook user, good morning, Karen. Good morning. I cannot see your name. My apologies. If I'm not seeing your name, it's because I don't see it. I don't know what page you're on, but I cannot see it. Monica is away. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Georgie. You're a sweetheart. Rita P, good morning. Another person saying good morning, everyone. Good morning to you as well. I cannot see your name. Okay. It's Jose. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. They might be on my personal. I'm not really sure where they are. Okay, so happy Monday. Can you say my name? Yes, Gina. That's name Facebook gave it to me, Unreal. I don't know who that is, but okay. All right, another sip of coffee. I'm sorry, it's Monday. And there was a lot of wine drinking that took place since I've seen you last, I will tell you that. So first of all, I want to start this show off by apologizing for not doing the show on Friday. I am a real human, and you know, I had some stuff put on my plate that I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with. So I couldn't get up here on Friday and you know, and talk, you know, or pretend, or whatever the hell you want to call it, right? Because you guys know I don't pretend. So, you know, I am who I am, and I'm still, I still have a battle ahead of me. So I'm still not myself, and I probably won't be for a bit. But I'm here. And I apologize, like I said, for not, you know, coming on Friday. I want to say a big fat thank you to everyone that did send me private messages and such to check on me. I apologize if I did not get back to all of you, but you know, most times I need to you know, like, be quiet, if you know, if that makes sense, right? I need to think, I need to reflect, and I can't do that while I'm live on the radio or live on you know, on any of my shows. So again, I appreciate it. Thank you. And so, you know what? I kind of wanted to talk today. What I posted something this morning. I don't know if you guys see it, but it said, how do you get out from under? And I'm going to write this. How do you get out from okay. It would be nice if I was actually reading what I was writing. How do you get out from? Don't mind me. Did I do it? Yes, I did. Good girl, Karen. Good girl. Okay. So I am going to post that up there. Okay. Now, let me see what you guys, okay, so you guys are tagging. I'm glad you enjoyed my phone tap. You heard my other side come out. Yeah, that was great, Gina. Thank you. For those of you, we were talking about April Fools, and Gina sent me what her thing on the radio, which was absolutely a pisser. And I should probably, I'll ask her permission. Maybe I'll play it for you. Not today, but I will play it for you. Somebody said, good day, gorgeous. Thank you so much. I like to be called gorgeous. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is. But thank you. You took a mental health day. Hope you phoned a good friend. Yeah, no, Lala, I didn't. Well, you know what? You know what's funny, right? There are certain things in life that you can't call a friend for help with. You gotta you gotta figure it out. There is no help. You are the one that has to figure out the solution. So sometimes talking to somebody may, I guess, help you if you need to sort out your thoughts, but I'm not really that person. I have, very few people in my life that I actually go to when I need to talk. Very few. And I have to be at a certain point to be able to do that. Otherwise, I go deep within, and I don't want to say I don't manifest it, but maybe I do a little bit. Like I internalize it, which is very bad, right? But there are certain things in life that no one can help you get the answers to, right? So that's the part that sometimes talking to somebody, they can't really help. And so many people going through so much right now that they don't need to hear about your shit. They're going through their own shit. So I'm a very private person when it comes to stuff like that. As you know, I'm very transparent. I tell you guys a lot. I am an open book, but certain things are your personal business. And I don't believe that you should share your personal business out there with people, because unfortunately you could think somebody is your friend. And, sometimes they're really not. So now you go and you talk to this person, and A, they may not give you good advice, or B, they may talk your fucking business to other people, which to me is the greatest betrayal one could ever have. I have people's secrets still till this day that I don't even talk to anymore. I have somebody who has blocked me and told anybody that they know to block me because they think that I told their deepest, darkest secrets. And the funny thing is that when people know that I know this person, they tell me the secret I never told, but yet I'm the one that was accused of saying it, which is funny, right? Because it actually came from the source's mouth, and they talked to too many people. and those people talk to too many people, and then your business is all over the place. So that's why you really need to, I mean, I encourage you guys, I told you guys that you should talk to people, but I think you should talk to a professional. Unless you truly have those, 1 or 2 people in your life that you can truly trust, that aren't going to judge you, that are going to support you, whatever decision you make, right? So these are hard things to get. And if I'm going to say something, that if you have those people in your life, then you are definitely living a rich life, because they're very, very few and far between. And I would say that most people that I had that relationship with have passed on. So it's very difficult for me because, there aren't that many others that I hold in the same regard. So that's a very tricky thing, right? Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today is, how do you get out from under? So what does that mean, Karen? What do you mean, how do you get out from under? How do you get out from under? Meaning, you get all this stuff put on you, right? And now, instead of being with it, you're no longer on top of it, and now you're underneath it. So now all of these things are going bloop, bloop, bloop. They're all compiling, compounding, one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other. What do? How do you get through it? You turn into a fucking lunatic? Like, what do you do to get through it? How do you get out from under? I'm going to read the comments in a moment. I just want to say thank you for everybody that is tuned in to Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Karen Stacy page. We are live on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. If you haven't already done so, please like the page, hit that thumbs up button, turn your notifications on. If you have not joined our group, Real Talk Coffee Talk group, please join the group. And of course, subscribe to Real Talk Karen Stacy on YouTube and Twitch, please. And again, I ask your help. If you could please share out the video for me, tag your friends. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So let me see. Georgie, glad to have you back. And you need never say sorry. You're the best. Thank you, Georgie. Angelo, good morning, sweetie. How are you? Happy Monday. Out from under what? Everything. Right. Simple. Get yourself over. Yeah, it's not that simple. How do you get yourself over is the question. Gina, yes, you can play it. Now it's hysterical to me. Everyone needs a good laugh. Okay, we'll do. Hey, Colleen. Good morning, sweetie. How are you? Okay, so Gina said, I pray and ask God for understanding of what's happening. I never ask for strength with it. Gives you more trials and tribulations. I pray and ask God for understanding of what's happening. I never ask for strength with it. Gives you more trials and tribulations. Interesting, Gina. Tony, being positive is always one way to get out from under. Also having someone to talk to. Good morning, Cookie. How are you? Let me see. I'm just reading your comments. Hang on a second. Let me see. Lala, I am the same way. I just meant a casual call to break the heaviness and have a laugh. You know, that's hard for me to do. And I probably should try to do that, Lala. But I can't, when I'm in it, like I'm under, it's hard for me to do that because I'm like in the, you know, like when you were 16 and you broke up and you're listening to that mixtape and it was all the songs that brought you together and you're like, and you're hysterical crying because, you know, you're all cried out, right? I used to love my Lisa. And I don't know, I guess I become a glutton. Like I go there and then I get sucked in and pulled down, right? And so I don't know that I'm necessarily a glutton, but sometimes I've learned through healers and everything else that you have to allow yourself to feel it. Because when we prevent ourselves from feeling the pain that we don't want to feel, we never actually deal with the issue. So we keep putting it in the closet and putting it in the closet and putting it in the closet until eventually we put something else in the closet and everything from the closet falls down, right? So when you suffer from anxiety and depression, there's a very, very fine line between going under and staying afloat. And I will tell you from personal experience, I get up here every day and I talk about being positive. I talk about, changing the energy. I talk about all of those things, right? Which for the most part, I'm able to do. But when I get hit with real life shit, and I'm not talking this bullshit, that bullshit, which it adds up too, don't get me wrong. This happens, that happens, that happens. And, you get under it. But I'm talking about real life bullshit. I'm talking about not even bullshit, real life problems and issues and like life changing outcomes. Okay. Those are the type of things I'm talking about. So when you get hit with something like that, and then you got life coming in too, right? So you got these things happening, and then you got these other things that come on top of that. So now you're like right here, you're level, right? You're not under yet. You're just there, and you're like, fuck, what am I gonna do, right? And then something else happens. Boom, you get pushed down a little bit more. Then you get another kick from, in the gut, right? Boom. And now all of a sudden, you're under. Minding your own business, trying to freaking be positive, trying to get to the next step, and now you're fucking under. What do? I drink heavily. That's what I do. But and again, I can't, advocate for that, but we all have to do what we have to do. And you know what? Some of us, like myself, I need a better coping mechanism than that. But it normally works for me because I marinate in it for a day or two. I go to all the worst case scenarios and then I release it. Or that's what I do. What I pray to do, I listen to meditations, and it's to let it go. Because my father always tells me, you can't do anything when you're under the knife like that. You can't make any type of a rational decision when you are under it. So you need to stop putting yourself under it and not feel like you have a gun to your head. But the truth of the matter is that we feel that way, don't we? Like, I feel that way. Like, okay, but this is like an imperative situation. I do kind of have a gun to my head. So now, when you have that gun to your head, you're held at gunpoint. Now you have to think really fast, right? That gun is at your head. What are you going to do? How are you going to save your life? What are you going to do? Right? So all these things will go through your head at one time. Oh, Tony, thank you. Let me see. So I'm going to read your comments because I'm curious to see what you guys are adding to this. Okay. Hold on a second. I just went through some of the comments here. So hang on a second. I'm the same way. Okay. Got you there. Okay. Lala said, simply keep it moving, I guess. That's how one bit at a time. Agreed. But sometimes things prevent you from moving, right? Okay, so Sky Captain said, I take time to evaluate the situation thoroughly, meaning I take the few days looking at all the details, no matter how small, and own the parts that belong to me. Okay, I like that too. So that's the self-reflecting part of it, right, Sky Cap? That's where I try to go, because you can't figure out that here's the problem. You do need a lot of information. Unfortunately, we have a knee-jerk response to most bad news, right? So the minute you get this news, it's knee-jerk response. So I have to constantly tell myself, stop. Don't respond to that right away. Right? But it's like in my nature. I tell you guys, if somebody's texting me during my show, I'm like, I got OCD. I got to respond right away. No, you don't have to respond right away. Right? I mean, you have to respond right away if it's your kid or whatever, but not now. You don't, right? Unless it's something, again, life altering. Right? So it's just like you do. I'm hearing all sorts of noises. The wind is blowing. You do have to absolutely evaluate the situation. And the bad part is sometimes when you evaluate the situation, it's even worse. And you say to yourself, Jesus Christ, now what? What? I keep hearing noises. What's going on? Is somebody going to steal me? Oh, somebody's probably trying to fix something somewhere. All right. So yeah, I agree with you, Sky. I think that that's excellent advice. Vanessa said prayers, therapy, my boyfriend, and my close friends. Well, you know, I think that that's very, very important. Having somebody that you are close to, that may be able to help navigate you through it. You know, it's very difficult to get through things. All right, I got to go close the door because I don't know who's doing what, but hold on. I'll be right back because I can't deal with that. Hang on, you guys. I'm coming back. I don't know what's happening, but it's way too loud. I can't do this. All right, I'm coming. Hang on. Hang on. I tried to get some fresh air in here, but oh well. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? Terribly, right? All right, let me see what you guys are writing here since I'm off the situation here. Prayers, therapy, right. Okay, and my boyfriend. So, you know, it's difficult not having that support, you know. When things used to happen, you know, and I had my husband, the thing that would help me the most, and you guys might think that this sounds, I don't know what, but the thing that helped me the most was laying on his chest and like feeling safe, feeling home, right? And even though like it's really difficult because people can't really say to you everything is going to be okay, but you have to have a safe place to heal or solve or problem solve. Like, I don't know what the right words are for that, but you have to have that safe place, right? That happy place, that protected place. And for some of us, we have to create that space for ourselves, right? Which I'm still in the process of doing, but it's challenging, right? But you know, I always say to people, you know, it was funny because it's not funny. It's fucked up actually. But, you know, I would watch so many married couples and they are miserable, right? But they're together, you know, no matter what. But, you know, there's no real connection there, but they're life partners, right? And I remember seeing these people and they got their spouses and everything else. And, you know, mine's not here. And it's like, he was my whole world and he's gone. And these people, you know, motherfuck each other, whatever chance they can get. And they're still there. But you know what? People they underestimate the power of that life partner, right? I mean, unless of course they're beating the shit out of you, that's a different story. But you know, if it's just like, I don't want to say a loveless marriage because you still love each other, right? Somehow, some way, and you're kind of there, you're a unit. And there's a lot to be said for that. A lot of people, even, you know, you have people that lose their, you know, their parents, for instance, but they still have their spouse with them. So they lose their parent, they lose maybe a sibling, right? And, but they still have that person there, hopefully, the one person that's supposed to be there for you to help you get through it all, right? So when, my mom was diagnosed, with dementia, and I was, didn't know what to do, I had my head on my husband's chest, and, he just said, don't worry, we'll get through this, And so I think it's important, if you have that, you should not, sleep on that, so to speak. Don't take that for granted, because you don't realize how important it is. Although, on the flip side of that, if you have somebody in your life and they are not supportive of you and they do not provide that comfort to you, then to me, it's even worse. I'd rather be alone, because the worst thing is to rely or hope that someone else is going to be there for you and they're not. That's awful. All right, sorry, I went off on a tangent. I'm coming back for you guys. Rosie, first I lose my fucking mind, and then I ground myself and tackle things one at a time. Rosie, you know what? I'm going to say that I probably am the same way. I get weird. I definitely get weird, but you're right. And you do have to tackle things one thing at a time. The problem is that when you're under, you can't tackle things one at a time because you've already made yourself nuts. That's the problem. Rita M., good morning. Good morning, Laura. How are you? Rita, hold on. The freaking comments. Just when I go to read stuff, the comments go crazy. So give me a minute. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. I see all these comments here. All right, come on. Let's get to this. You have to deal with it, Rita said. Sit in the suck and accept it, and then deal with it. Yeah, Laura, I asked God to take over the wheel to get me out from under once I realize I can't get out. Alyssa, what I do to get out from under is what I get for support from my family and long-term trusted friends, aka family, and from the strength I have within myself, and keep plowing forward. So I get that, and I don't view myself as not being strong and not having strength. But, again, even when Superman, the Man of Steel, if a house falls on top of him, we all know that he's strong, and eventually he's going to get out from under the house, right? But the house is still heavy, and it still pushed him under. So I think that it's a false, I think that saying that you're strong and that you can plow through things, that's great. And I think that that's good to have that. But I also think that, again, you need to understand that, it's not weakness dealing with something. And the implication would be, well, you got to be strong. You know how many people, stay strong. How about you go fuck yourself? Stay strong. Okay. Like, I hate that. I hate when people say that to me. Stay strong. Ew. No, I'm going to try to be as weak as humanly possible. Like, God doesn't give you more than what you can handle. Oh, okay. So maybe he does. So maybe now I either handle it or I fucking kill myself, right? So what's the solution? So I hate these sayings. And I think that people are so conditioned to think that way. God doesn't give you more than, what you can take. Be strong. You got this. Really? How about I understand, or I can't even begin to understand? That's what I say to people. I can't even begin to understand what you're going through. And then I'm in awe of their strength, but I'm not gonna, you gotta be like thoughtful in the words that you use, in my opinion, because I think most of us are strong, right? I really do, because life is not easy and a lot of us are still here. So I think that most of us are very strong. And I think that the implication of a weakness is condescending. You know, I mean, we can all have a weak moment or time. Doesn't make us weak. It just makes us human, right? So, you know, again, I'm a fucking badass bitch in my fucking opinion. And I surprise myself each and every day with the things that I triumph over. And I have used my pain and my horrific life, you know, ordeals, experiences, whatever you want to call it, to get up here every single day and try to help us all get through it, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not you know, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychoanalyst. You know, I'm not any of those things, but I'm a human that has been through more than most. I have seeked out and gotten help. I get help from all sources. And I learned that just by me being me, there were people watching, and it made an impact on them. So I chose to, I always felt that I was a healer in some way, shape, or form. And now, because of all of you, I have the ability to do that. I have the ability to share with you guys things that I have done to help me get through. Does it mean that I am, you know, like I can deal with everything and anything? Not really. I mean, I'm still finding my way too. You know, there's no handbook. And I go for it. And what's the worst that could happen? I fail. And sometimes failure means a lot because you lose too much. And sometimes failure is just something you can get past and rebuild from. Just depends. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Karen Stacy page, the public page. Please hit that thumbs up button, like the page, turn your notifications on. Don't forget to join the Real Talk Coffee Talk group, and don't forget to subscribe to Real Talk Karen Stacy on YouTube and Twitch. Again, I always ask for your support. If you can please share out the videos for me, tag your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Today we're doing a little therapy time, and the question is, how do you get out from under? And this topic could take us through like a week, right? Because there are so many different aspects of this. So I want to read the rest of your comments. And for those of you that are here, please, you know, say good morning. You know, feel free to make a comment, you know, and let's talk about this, because there are a lot of people that are home alone right now, and they don't know how to get out from under. And even if we don't give you the right answers that work for you, the way I feel is that you're going to sit there and you're going to say to yourself, shit, I'm not the only one that feels this way. And that alone can help you get out from under, because the worst feeling in the world is feeling misunderstood. Not, you know, you're not validated. Your feelings are not validated. You're under, you don't know how to get out from under. And everybody is, oh, well, you know what? You just got to be strong. You just got to be strong. And you're saying, but I am strong, but I don't know how to get out from under this, you know? So that's why I say, you know, that don't beat yourself up, so to speak, right? Because you're allowed to go under. We just don't want you under. None of us want to be under. You don't have to stay there. But when you go under, it doesn't mean you're not strong. It means that you've been kicked a little bit harder than maybe the last time. So now you have to work a little bit harder at coming back up again. Okay, so don't ever think that because you got pushed under, it means you're not strong. Because I could tell you from my own personal experience, as I said to you, I am one strong fucking bitch, and I have been pushed under, and it feels like metaphorically people have kept their hand on my head to keep me under that long so I can't breathe. And you know what? You still come up kicking and fucking fighting, right? Because the more you take my head and push it down like that, the more I'm going to kick you right back. So you gotta find that strength. But guess what? When you keep getting pushed under like that, yes, you need to regroup, because guess what? It's exhausting. It takes everything you have out of you. So now you have to pull back, in my opinion, from everyone and everything. And you need to build that force field around you. No one else can do that but you. Yes, if you're fortunate to have people in your life that will support you, then that is amazing, and cherish those people. But if you are not fortunate to have people like that around you, you must stop, regroup, and keep going. I remember, I told you guys this once before. I remember after I lost my husband and things just kept coming at me. And I said to my girlfriend, I keep getting kicked right in the gut. Can I get a second in between kicks so I can catch my breath? And she went, nope. And I never forgot that, because it's so true. It's like you say to yourself, are you kidding me right now? Like, I cannot handle one more thing. And then what happens? One more thing comes right at you, right? And I don't know. Do we test the universe? I'm not sure why that happens. So Colleen, I'm pretty strong. I do what I can and let the rest melt off my shoulders. I can only handle one thing at a time. Yes, it gets overwhelming. Sometimes I try to exercise or take a fast walk or listen to music. I do nighttime meditation music. Yeah, I do all of those things as well, Colleen. And you know what? Sometimes all those things work and sometimes they don't, right? Let's be honest about that. Let me see. Okay, so Lala, we've discussed my issue with anxiety and you helped me. Oh, you just killed. Thank you so much. I also know it's scientifically impossible to be depressed and grateful at the same time. So I guess it's taking control of the thoughts. You know, Lala, there's a lot to be said for that. And I have to think about that, because I am a very grateful person, but depression can suck you in one split second. And that's, I guess, where the battle between light and dark come into play. So you're right. You know, if you concentrate on what you're grateful for, then the things that are not good, that are pushing you into that depression, become less, right? That could be said. But in a situation where, let's say somebody's, in jeopardy of losing their home, you're grateful for your health, you're grateful for this, you're grateful for that, but it makes it more difficult, because you still can be grateful for everything, but at the same token, you're worried because there's a life-changing thing that may be on the table, right? So I think that it's relative and it's difficult. And that's what I mean about the balance between light and dark, is that, anxiety, and then not the funny thing, but when you suffer from these things, what ends up happening is that your central nervous system goes right back to that crazy thinking, right? Where you've worked hard, you've done all these things. And like, I'll say it to myself. I go, I know I'm being nuts right now. I know I'm being completely irrational. But the minute something happens that like rocks me, where I feel like I'm on quicksand, now everything is on quicksand. So now I text my father. He don't respond to me in like 8 seconds. I'm like, oh my God, now what? Why isn't my father responding to me? Right? It's not irrational. It's a rational thought, because anything can happen. But I'm going to the worst case scenario because I'm going under. I'm going under. So now everything that happens, you panic right away, right? You go into panic mode. And you're going into panic mode. And the rational side of you is saying, would you fucking stop this? But the crazy part of you that's under is going, what? It's all right. I mean, yeah, of course, it makes sense, right? So this is what I say. The balance between light and dark starts to happen, right? So, okay, let me see. My mail person is just texting me. Anybody that ordered the shirts and stuff, it's going out today. So Georgie said, it depends how far under you are. If you're under because of a personal issue, the only way to get back up for most is to ask for help and support and take it when it's given. No one should ever be ashamed to ask for help. I agree with that as well, but sometimes there isn't help. Sometimes you're in a situation where, asking others for help is too much of an imposition, because the only way that they can help you is by putting themselves in another situation, right? So it depends, like you said, Georgie, 100% on how far under you are and what caused you to get under. Okay, so Skycap, you're gonna buckle down, put up your big girl breeches, and be the gangsta ma that we know you are. Thanks, Sky. Let me see. Lisa, I can see those people's names, honey, so I don't know that. I could see Cookie, I can see Angelo, I can see all those people, so it's okay where they are. Laura said, I get like that too, anxious that I have to answer someone back right away if they message or call me. Lala, and I mean simultaneously, got to control each thought. Yeah, I got to agree with you. Susie Q, I try to focus on how can I solve an issue and let go of the things I have no control over. Our feelings get in the way, but I try to not determine my personal situation by the way I feel. You know what? That, Susie Q, is the best advice. I'm going to read it again because I really, this resonates. And this is something that we need to listen to, you guys. So listen to it one more time, okay? So Susie Q said, I try to focus on how I can solve an issue and let go of the things I have no control over. So again, that goes to what I tell you, right? Letting go. How do you let go? Because you gotta let it go. So then our feelings get in the way, but I try to not determine my personal situation by the way I feel. And you know what? That is easier said than done, because the situation is ours, therefore it's personal, right? So it's very difficult to remove your emotion from the situation, but that is the best advice there is, because it's like, business, and certain things in life are business, and there are no emotions in business. These things, business, you make a business decision based on your business, right? So you're going to make a business decision. Well, you know what? I can't give to this organization because it wouldn't be financially advantageous to my company. Even though I believe in what they're doing, I can support them in a different way, but I can't support them in a financial way because it's not a good business deal. So that makes it a little bit easier to take the feelings out when you're making a business decision. But when you're making a business decision and it's your life, how do you remove the feelings, right? Skycap, fantastic stuff, Susie Q. I agree, absolutely. That's why I had to read it twice. Good morning, Bruno. How are you? Okay, the comments just went crazy. Let me get back to you guys. I'm coming. Okay, hold on a second. God damn it. I was really behind on the comments. Okay. Oh, wow, I'm missing a lot of comments. Hold on, you guys. I'm coming back for you. All right, there we go. I saw I was at Bruno. Okay. Alyssa, speaking from what I personally have been going through for the past 6 months up to today, the love, guidance, and support from all my family and friends have gotten me through it. Well, good for you. I'm so happy that you have that. Lala, perhaps a stiff drink, a 90-minute massage, and professional consultation. There you go. Gina, I tell my husband that I love you, but at the same time, don't like you. There's a thin line between love and like. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's very true. There are a lot of people that I love and I don't like them. And it's okay to do that, right? Susie Q, the issue with anxiety is the resistance to acceptance. The issue with anxiety is the resistance to acceptance. It sucks up all the energy and do not allow a pragmatic way to tackle things. Susie Q, you're on point today, I gotta say. I'm gonna read it one more time. The issue with anxiety is the resistance to acceptance. Again, hence why I listen to Let It Go stuff, because I know that that is one of my biggest problems. It sucks all the energy and does not allow you does not allow a pragmatic way to tackle things. 110%, because you are irrational. So you cannot be pragmatic when you are irrational. So all amazing, amazing points. Susie Q, I think unless people can relate or have empathy, they give you these random cheerleader bullshits. Susie Q, again, on point today. I agree a gabillion% on that. Alyssa, I look at it this way. I have children, a hubby who depends on me every day. I have no other choice to keep it moving and deal and tackle what is thrown at me. Because if something happens to me, they'd be lost for good. Well, and again, not necessarily, because our role as a parent is to try to teach our children to live without us, because that's eventually what they need to do. And believe me, I never thought I would survive a day without my husband, and I'm still here. So is it easy? No. But the truth of the matter is that everyone's life goes on, whether someone else is there or not, and whether you want it to or not. I remember thinking, I just want everything to stop because everything in my world stopped. Why is the world still going? And I was resentful that the world was still going while I was in so much pain. But you know what? The good thing about that is it keeps going, which forces you to keep going. So I don't think that people literally give up. I think that we all have to find that strength from somewhere, but it can be challenging. All right. Wow. I didn't even realize what time it is. Okay, Laura, I used to stay strong, but I realized that that's actually bad because you need to go through the emotions and not bottle up to be strong. That will make things worse in the long run. It actually makes us stronger by being vulnerable at these situations and get through. Yes. I mean, that's exactly what I said earlier, is that you have to allow yourself to go through these things. The issue is you have to allow yourself to go through them, but now you can't be put under because of it. So you allow yourself to go through them. You feel that pain, but now you got to come back up again. So that's the challenge. So how do you get out from under? How do you come back up again? Right? Georgie, yes, Lala said that was great advice. Thank you, Lala. That comment came from my own personal experiences when I went through the horrors of addiction that came to a head in December 2012. Without the help and support, I would not be here today. Well, you know what? And again, anybody that has pulled themselves out from under, I salute each and every one of you. We are all warriors, but just because you're a warrior doesn't mean that you don't get cut, and it doesn't mean that you don't bleed. Remember that. Good morning, Eunice. How are you? Lala, I like to say, if you kick me when I'm down, you better pray I don't get up. No doubt, Mama, no doubt. Laura, what makes you strong is that you keep going, getting yourself back up from under and keep going. Susie Q, I believe there is a lot of shame in struggling with anxiety from the sufferer and from an individualistic and performance-based society. In truth, we are all more or less struggling with it. The challenge is to find tools to bounce back. Absolutely. Again, on point. It's also the balance, period, right? So that you do bounce back. Okay, John said bouncing back, regrouping. That is key. Yeah, that's true. Definitely regrouping. And like I said, sometimes you need to pull back in order to regroup. So never ever feel that you're being selfish if you have to pull back. That's called self-preservation, not selfish. Remember the difference. Good morning, Pete. Sorry, I finally made it here. You look good today. Oh, thank you. Good morning, Diane. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Okay, Eunice. I hope all goes well. Joey in the building. What's going on? How you doing? Laura, it's not how long you're under. It's that you kept on fighting your way out and came out, even if you keep getting knocked down again. Well, yeah, it's just how it's exhausting, isn't it? Tamara, oh my God, Karen, I'm the same way. There's a shocker. I mean, we all are like that, right? This is getting philosophical. You know, I go in deep, Skycap. Diane, so write about balance. Take a deep breath and try to regroup. Yeah, deep breath is not what helps me to regroup. Sometimes it takes a bottle of wine for me to exhale. Then I can regroup. And let me see who else. Raphael, good morning, honey. How are you? Okay, I need a crane right now. I'm so far under. I hear you. Lala, I think that's the ability to compartmentalize. Often men are better at this. Agreed, 100%, which is why it's hard. Like, see, when I had my husband, he would balance me so that when I was being, crazy, he would bring me back and so it's that decompartmentalizing 110%, Lala. Abso-freaking-lutely. Joey, you have to call my name 3 times. I don't call your name 3 times. It would be unjust because I'm not doing anything. So it's called survival mode. That's it, Diane. Unfortunately, survival mode, though, you can't live in survival mode. You have to push through survival mode because when we live in survival mode, we shut down so that we can keep going and you're not dealing at that point. And trust me, I go into that mode a lot. So I try not, and that's my first revert. I will revert back to survival mode and I go like this, bloop, and I got nothing. And it's like, okay, shut it down and get it happening. And survival mode serves its purpose, but you may not live in survival mode because you will never ever deal with what's going on. Sometimes you got to just say fuck it. And again, Tamara, it depends on the situation. I think that, saying fuck it is the same thing as letting it go. So that's a good thing, right? But it just depends if it is something that can be let go, right? Good morning, Maria, my girl. How are you? No, my husband wouldn't be able to handle dealing and caring for all our kids on his own, which he has told me so many times. And again, Alyssa, if he had no choice, I mean, don't take this the wrong way. If he had no choice, he would, because, I'm living proof of that. So there is always, yeah, you do. He would, and we would, and we do. You're right. It's balance. Yeah. And good luck with that. Right. Brilliant show today, Karen. The world should hear this. Thank you so much, Georgie. You know what? That's why I say to you guys, even after the video, share it out to people. Let them watch it because I guarantee you that someone else out there is feeling the same way. How do you get out from under? And I don't know, I may continue to talk about this because I didn't even go into so many different aspects of it. And it's already like 12 o'clock, right? It's time for me to go. I mean, it's already there. And we didn't even touch on the surface. Well, we did touch on the surface. Let me not say that. The saying, God won't give you anything you can't handle. If that's true, I am benching a Cadillac right now. Maria, I don't know if you're just tuning in now, but I already said that earlier. I didn't say I was benching a Cadillac, but I said the same thing. And I hate when people make that statement because I'm not even going to go there again. Just live your life and keep it moving. Yeah, I mean, Tony, that sounds good in theory, but you know, sometimes you can't. Awesome, Karen. Thank you. Happy Monday. Well, happy Monday to all of you guys as well. You know, I think that sometimes, I mean, it's great. We can laugh. Sometimes we do need to cry. Sometimes, you know, we need to know that we're not alone. And even though I may not have all the answers for you, I can at least tell you that you're not alone, that a lot of us are trying to figure out how to not go under. A lot of us are trying to figure out how to get out from under. So many of us are dealing with so many things right now. So never think that you're alone. Never feel that, you know, you are weak. If you have to, if you're having a hard time dealing with something, it does not make you weak. I think that most of us are warriors. I think so many of us are so super duper strong. And I think it is unfair for you to consider yourself to be weak when you're having a hard time getting through something. I think that's called being human. Thank you. Tomorrow, birthday day for me. Okay, Laura, I hope you have a happy birthday tomorrow. You guys are never alone. Keep your head up. Absolutely. Thank you for the shows, and everybody, enjoy your day. Thank you all. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to click on the Real Talk Coffee Talk. Join that group page. Don't forget to click on the Karen Stacy page. Hit the thumbs up button so you like it. And don't forget to go on to YouTube and Twitch and hit the subscribe button for Real Talk Karen Stacy. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is 2 for Tuesday. And I'll see you in the morning. And then I have, look at this. My son just texted me if he could have a cookie. He's the best. So we have 2 for Tuesday. And then tomorrow night, I have Raphael, Mr. GQ, in the building. And we'll be chit-chatting tomorrow night. So we're going to have a fun night. Merch, I don't know what that is, a sky cap. Yes, and some of the stuff is going out today for all you guys that ordered. It's going out today. Mwah. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. And remember, tomorrow isn't promised. Don't be an asshole today. And always remember, be kind, because you don't know what someone else is going through. Love you.